Bienvenidos a Esperanza Vence, donde la Esperanza vence. Welcome to Esperanza Vence, where hope wins. For those of you who are new to my channel, bienvenidos. Bienvenidos means welcome in Spanish, and Esperanza Vence means hope wins, also in Spanish. So if you speak English or Spanish, you are welcome here. If you speak any other language, you are welcome here. Thank you. I welcome the lovers, the haters, the Gatorators. You know, like, I prefer that we all fine-tune our own free will and intuition so that we can all clean our individual hearts and become lovers. But that said, we might just all melt into a little cuddle puddle and not know where to go with it. So at this point in time, everything's happening as it should, and the Saturnian structures are in place for a reason. Speaking of Saturn and structure, we're coming out of Capricorn season and into Aquarius energy. The sun is in Aquarius. Pluto just moved into Aquarius. Venus is in Capricorn right now, so that the way that we love is very practical. And in fact, you know, people that we're attracted to might even be beneficial for us in a financial sense, which is always good. Venus rules love, money, beauty. You know, I always say it's kind of hard to be like to your peak amount of beauty if you don't have the money to get there. You know, like, these manicures don't do themselves, right? You could see I am not going to get mine done, right? And it's not just because I'm a farmer. It's winter time here and I'm not farming at all. I'm actually doing a lot of like internet wormholing and I love it. I could eat information for breakfast. It is my 12th house Gemini sun. What can I say? It's in my nature. I love information. I love exchanging words and thoughts and ideas and just thinking about things. I could just think about things all day. I could just read all day, you know? Yeah, so I'm going to try to make this a quicker video, even though that never really happens with me because I blah, blah, blah. But check this deck out, the Egyptian Tarot deck. I have had such the fortune of coming across like these rare decks coming to me. Like if you watched my Pluto going into, oh, what just dropped? Let's see what we got here. I was just talking about Pluto going into Aquarius. These are all reversed. But we'll look at them upright first, and then we'll talk about them in reverse. But they all came out reverse. Typhon. That's got to be the devil in this deck. The balance and the sword. That's justice. And the six scepters, 6 of wands. That's victory. And these were all in reverse. So devil in reverse means like, this devil, this is really interesting actually, because with Pluto going into Aquarius, if we let our intuition nudge us, we can know that this devil energy is going to get reversed real quick. The addictions will come to the surface to be cleansed and transmuted. The justice system might be turned on its head, and with the 6 of wands, you know, we might not be victorious coming in after every battle, you know, so we just gotta keep our nose to the grindstone and out of the pills, y'all. Oh yeah, I gotta show off my gifts. I always show off gifts, right? So this rock is just a beautiful stone that my friend's son Gio gave me last time we went on a really long hike in the Kettle Moraine, and it was so beautiful. This is from Lake Michigan, and I got it at Peachtree Music Festival. This is a gift from my sister. That's amethyst, and you could wear it like, oh, I don't know if it's focusing. You could wear it like on a necklace, but I have it over here with Buddha, the health and wealth Buddha over here, because she's having some treatments done today, so we always want to have her good energy, like Buddha protecting her good energy. Like, life is very symbolic, holographic experience for me. So, you know, whether you're woo-woo or not, I am very visual. So when I have little trinkets out, it's sort of visually triggers me to think well of these people and to pray for, I pray for all of us all the time, of course, but I just love little visual reminders and stuff like that. And our dragon over here, you're the dragon. He has got protection over this crystal, which my friend gave it to me, Cindy, and her husband just had a surgery, so we're thinking about him too. And she's kind of like a mother figure to a lot of us here in Delavan, especially in the bar scene. She's like a bar ma, we all call her mom. And her husband is healing right now too, just as we all are. So God bless us all, everyone. The Egyptian Tarot deck was made, I think, the year I was born. Copyright 1980. So I'll let you guys read the back of that while I shuffle and pull in the energy of this upcoming Leo full moon that's going to happen on the 25th. I guess that's Thursday. If you live where I live, which is the Central Standard Time, United States. I'm in Wisconsin. Where are you? Tell me in the comments, where are you? If you want to make a comment, I would love to hear from you and get your take on these energies. Have you noticed Pluto's shift into Aquarius, or is it going to take some time to settle in? It's going to be there for 20 years, for crying out loud, so we might not even really sniff the difference for another couple of years. But I do think that Uranus is turning direct on the 27th on Saturday, and so I think that there are going to be some themes that do become a little bit quicker and more apparent. Mars and Mercury will be conjunct, I think, on the 26th, or right around this full moon. Mercury and Mars will be conjunct, and that'll give a lot of energy and verve to the things that we're saying. And for those whose hearts, who aren't really like working on cleaning their hearts as much, for some people that's priority. For me, it's my life's, like, I wouldn't say ambition, but purpose or whatever. That's the way I'm going to try to help myself. And if I can clean my heart in front of you, and then if you want to clean your heart in front of me, that'd be cool, Wash my back, I'll wash yours. Actually, I just got my back washed. I was reading tarot cards at this awesome place in Beloit called Dream Notion. My friend Stella Rose Goddess and her husband Cap Salas own this place, and they are beautiful human beings, and I believe that they are also on a mission to have clean hearts. And she did Reiki healing on me last Friday, and I've never had that before, and it was a wonderful experience, and I would highly recommend anyone to try it if you have a trusted practitioner to go to. And I do trust her. Oh, I forgot a gift. This is a gift I gave myself. That's Tiger's Eye ring, made by none other than the Sue Sullivan. She owns another shop where I read tarot cards. Her shop is called Hell at the Moon, and that's in Elkhorn. So if you're around the area or something and you want to come get a tarot card reading in purpose and in person, come see me. This jumped. The Veiled Lamp. Ooh. That's the Hermit reversed. So that means it's time to get out of the house, time to get out there, time to connect with others, time to bring the wisdom that you gained on the mountain down to the townspeople so that they can eat and drink of the knowledge and beauty. And because the Hermit, inside the Hermit's lamp is the star card, and the star is hope for the future, and that's pretty much what Esperanza Vence is all about, right? So if you have been kind of hermiting and gaining up your knowledge and sort of incubating and ruminating and sort of sorting things out. And if you've come to a few conclusions, it's time to come down off that mountain and join up with the rest of us and share what you know, and or share that you don't know and that we're going to learn together. All right? So here we go. Leo full moon. What is Leo energy? You ask yourselves brightly. You ask yourselves. I ask myself. I'll tell you, Leo energy is an energy of being fully in your own childlike ego. You know, the original Rider-Waite the traditional tarot deck with 78 cards that we're used to using in these videos, or decks that are based on that anyway. We use all kinds of decks in these videos, but that's one that you've seen here on Esperanza Vence Tarot. And the Rider-Waite deck depicts the Sun card as a naked child riding on the back of a horse waving a big red flag. If that doesn't tell you, you know, red flags can come with people who have egos that are larger than life. A healthy ego encompasses, you know, being able to take the container of your physical body and letting your light shine in a way that it illuminates others, you know, not in a way that burns others out. Okay? So we have to be able to harness this sun energy, this Leo energy. Leo energy is also depicted in the tarot in the Strength card with the lion, and there's a divine feminine figure who has control over the situation through her gentleness and love. Leo is heart chakra energy, centered from the heart. We are coming in with love. We lead with love. And love is not an emotion necessarily, but a choice. All right, let's be clear there, because, you know, we have our chemicals raging and we have our, you know, our gut instincts and our emotions that go. But when we lead with the heart, we're making a choice. We're making a conscious choice every day to love. And that means taking care of ourselves and loving who we are and not being ashamed, okay, to say it. You know, I started to watch my own videos. YouTube knows this too, because trust me, they don't give me any views. When I watch it, all of a sudden it comes back as like one less view. I'm like, okay, YouTube, I get it. I'm not trying to like watch my videos to like up my fucking 5 views to 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I did start watching them and saying, you know, I like her. I like her. I like who that is. Like, you know, and just kind of like fluffing myself up a little bit more and talking better to myself a little bit more, because I have North Node in Leo and I need to do a better job of that, because it does me no good or anybody else around me when I talk bad about myself. And I mean, I can joke about myself. I think that's fine. I think it's fine to like make fun of yourself and good fun and stuff. But when you start to like talk bad about yourself or to yourself as a habit, that's where, you know, I got to start drawing the line here. So Pluto, help me draw the line. And on this Leo full moon, may we all get in tune. All right. Leo full moon, Leo full moon. What are the energies to look out for this Leo full moon for me and for anybody tuning into this video today? And if you want a personal reading, hit the link below, esperanzavence.com, where hope wins. Leo full moon, Leo full moon. May we step fully into this Leo full moon. May we be illuminated, and may our egos be bright and healthy. All right. Tarot, tried it true. What's it say? How do it do? Help me say what I can see. Tarot, talk to me. Please, could you let us know something useful regarding this Leo? I really appreciate the guidance. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for playing with me. Here's a Celtic Cross. This is us. This is a challenge. Near past. Near future. Conscious awareness. Subconscious awareness. How do we see ourselves? How do others see us? What are our hopes and fears? And what's the likely outcome? I am stoked about this deck, and I'm stoked about you and me. Dig it. Who are we? We are the Eight of Cups. What's challenging us? Six of Wands. And that came out in reverse during our initial, like when we had those jumpers at the beginning. Near past. The Devil in reverse. Okay, so this energy is still coming through. I love it in reverse. Near future. The Slave of the Sword. Page of Swords. And you're going to have to forgive me because these more rare decks that I have, I don't use them very often. So it might take me a moment to comprehend what card I'm looking at. So bear with me, please. Our conscious awareness. Ooh, the Rising of the Dead. Judgment. These images though. Oh, Judgment reverse, can I say? Subconscious awareness. The Three of Cups reversed. Oh my goodness. How do we see ourselves right now? The Warrior of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. So the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. How do others see us, or what is our environment going to dictate during this full moon in Leo? The Two Ways in reverse. Wait, no. It was upright. That's the Lover's card. What are our hopes and fears? Nine of Pentacles. And what's the likely outcome? The Mistress of the Sword. Ooh, Queen of Swords. Golly, look at that. Would you look at that? Okay, so most of you who are familiar with me personally and with my style of reading, you know that when major arcana cards come out in the reading and in a traditional tarot deck, those are going to be the ones with the Roman numeral on top. Okay, so major arcana are the first 22 of the 78 card deck, and those deal with larger, more overarching archetypes, whereas the numbered cards, you know, the other 56 cards are more like day-to-day circumstances and people and situations that we find ourselves in, like more day-to-day themes. Okay, so in this reading, we pulled Judgment, we pulled the Devil, we pulled the Lovers, you know, so those three cards are going to be more overarching archetypes. And it's really interesting because the Lovers in tarot and the Devil, they're pretty much two sides of the same coin. They're both soulmate paths, right? Like you can take a soulmate path with something that's toxic, you know, it's still a choice, right? Okay, so let's see who we are and what the themes that we're dealing with. So who are we? We are the Eight of Cups. So this is a character that is able to walk away from a situation that's emotionally no longer working. Cups in the tarot represent emotions. How do we give and receive emotions? Is our cup full? Is our cup empty? Is our cup perpetually being spilt? And so on. So this is energy to where we need to attune to our own emotional development and make strong choices regarding what is good for us and what is not good for us. And this is the card of knowing what's definitely not good for you. This character usually is walking away on a clear path, but it's underneath the light of the moon. So the path's not necessarily going to be clear the whole way, and it is a little bit of a craggy path too. So this person is obviously going to have to sort of stumble their way through, but it's still better than knowing that they were in a painful situation. So this is a card of being able to walk away from things, even if you don't know what you're necessarily walking towards. All right. As a challenge, we have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands in the tarot. Wands always represent passions, fire, creativity. You know, what is the spark that lights underneath our butt and gets us out of bed every day and gets us excited for things? And the Six of Wands in the traditional tarot, we see someone coming back from battle and they're being cheered on by the townspeople, which is representative of somebody coming home, like a homecoming, after a few good wins and being supported in your community. So that could even be just as simple as like you make a comment online or something and someone cheers for you or whatever, or you get a kudos from your neighbor for standing up to an alderman on a certain topic or what have you. But this is like being cheered on by your community, and we could be finding a challenge to be number one, accepted, and number two, promoted and cheered on by those in our community. Or because we're walking away from things that are painful or things that no longer work for us, we might be having a challenge in finding victories within societal settings. You know what I'm saying? Or being recognized for the wins that we've already racked. Okay. And then in your past, we have the Typhon reversed. So that's going to be the Devil in reverse. The Devil upright is a card that represents addictions and any type of addictive process, the chains that bind. Okay. But these are chains that we put on ourselves. And in fact, if you guys want to go on my community, or what is it called? Community or comments or whatever. There's like a tab here on YouTube. I think it's called community. And I've been putting up posts about some songs that I've been doing, because actually a friend of mine that I work with at the farm, she brought it to my attention that like she didn't even know I had another channel. Like I have all kinds of secrets, you guys. I have other channels. I have other websites. I have websites to be dug up. I have a website called Resurrect the Dead, which is literally, and I have a whole poetry website. Like I am an internet wormhole in and of myself. So anyway, with the Devil reversed, you have a situation to where you were able to turn something around. So you were able to turn around an addictive process, be that a relationship, like a way that you interact with others in relationships that might be toxic, anything that was toxic that you were able to kind of make a turnaround, or at least look it in the face and say like, hey, Devil, like I'm gonna vencer, I'm gonna como se dice, I'm a native English speaker, you guys, and sometimes I stumble on my words so bad that I can't even think of what it means except for in Spanish. But anyway, vencer, voy a vencer al diablo aquí. Okay. In the near future, we have the Slave of the Sword, which is interesting. This is Page of Swords. This is somebody who's just getting a handle on how they can handle their thoughts and communications and present them to a wider audience. This is also a new start intellectually or communicatively. This also could be a person coming into our lives. If it is a person, it's a younger person, probably in their teens, 20s, or somebody that has a very youthful sort of teenage-like energy. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This is intellectual energy. This is energy of the internet, innovative, any kind of innovations or newness coming in that regard. Our conscious awareness is Resurrect the Dead, upside down. That's going to be Judgment, the rising of the dead. So, you know, when the trumpet blares on Judgment Day, is it going to be fair? Are we going to resurrect the dead and only the good, or are we going to resurrect all the dead? You know what I mean? And with this in reverse on our conscious awareness, we might be thinking in themes of like, what have I done? You know, and on Judgment Day, what will be within that needs to come up, you know, or maybe much like the website Resurrect the Dead, you know, maybe this is telling us that we do need to go within. Whenever I see inverted cards, I always think it's an inside job, right? So we have to go within and deal with these themes so that they're reflected and refracted to us on the outside in a manner that, is in more vibe with our mirror, right? Because everything's a hologram and everything's a mirror and so on. So in my version of reality, in my multiverse over here in Delavan, Wisconsin, eating cheese. But resurrect the dead inverted could just mean that, like, in our conscious awareness, what we're thinking about on the day-to-day might have to do with, like, what is good, what is evil, what should rise up, what shouldn't, what should we bring more out of in ourselves, and what should we tamper down in our subconscious awareness, which would be like patterning conditions, people that are sort of peripheral to this story that we might not think about every day, but is still participating in this entire conversation. I consider the 10-card Celtic Cross to be a conversation where the major arcana cards are speaking the loudest, okay? So with the Three of Cups reversed, we have a situation where Three of Cups upright is fun for fun's sake. It's drinking in a celebratory way, and it's treating yourself to a good time with friends after you've already put the work in. And with Three of Cups reversed in our subconscious awareness, we might be actually pondering a little bit we might be putting the drink down entirely. That's something that I'm kind of doing right now. Actually, like, I love beer. It's my thing. It's like I drink more beer than water, like no joke. However, recently I've just not, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that like for moralistic reasons or anything like that, but it's just like any time that I sort of feel that addictive devil, like hungry ghost energy, to where it's like, am I using it or is it using me? And if I have to ask the question, I have to put it down. So me and maybe some of you that are tuning into this are kind of like making those types of considerations, And I mean, and that said, like, I have a beer right by my bedside ready to go at any time if I change my mind. But so far it's been about a week and I haven't really changed my mind. I've been sleeping better, so if anybody needs to hear that. But with the Three of Cups reversed, we just might be thinking that, like, now's not the time to have fun for fun's sake. Now might be the time to just sort of get to business, and now might be the time that when we link up with others, we're not doing it just for fun, but we're doing it for a purpose. How do we see ourselves with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Warrior of the Pentacle in reverse? We might be seeing ourselves as someone who needs to become more practical. We might be seeing ourselves as someone who needs to seek more guidance in terms of handling our earthly reality, handling ourselves in the 3D, like how do we manage finances? How do we manage practical things? Okay, because a lot of us that tune into these sort of psychic attuned energies and stuff, and I don't know why that is, but maybe because like we're spending so much time in outer space, like, or because of this Piscean age of separating like the spirit from the earthly, and making it be known that there's like only access to this if you're ascetic and ascetic. I don't know how to say it. ASCECTIC. Like when you're a person that is like a hermit in a cave, like it's, in order to be holy, you have to be poor, maybe we're like working on these type of themes to where we can do the inside work to realize that we can be good at a lot of things at once. And in fact, in this upcoming Aquarian age, like that's going to be it. You know what I mean? That's going to be who survives, right? The two ways, the Lovers, what's our environment right now? The Lovers, again, just like the Devil, it's a choice. It's a choice to walk a path. It's a choice to walk a blessed path. It's a choice to lead with your heart. This is strong Gemini energy. Gemini is duality, accepting both sides of the story and finding yourself somewhere in between and making the choice to take that soulmate path, be it with yourself, with another person, with a passion project, music, art, what have you. But this is having love on your path, okay? Your environment is, our environment is is ripe for that right now, or that's how other people see us, is as a lover. So that's beautiful too. Everybody loves a lover, right? Our hopes and fears, what energy are we projecting onto this reading? Nine of Pentacles. I hope I'm a Nine of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, I love Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is the energy where after the Eight of Pentacles, after this dude like grinds and grinds and he gets his apprenticeship and he's working really hard and he becomes a really awesome craftsman, then you see the Nine of Pentacles come up where it's like, I imagine it could be his lady, you know, like he had enough money to like hook her up with like an expensive hobby. Like in the Nine of Pentacles in the traditional tarot, you see a woman with a beautiful garden, and she's lording over, or lordessing over it, or whatever, over her garden, and she's like an awesome gardener. Everything is lush and verdant around her, and maybe she's not even the gardener, maybe she has a gardener, but she's like